Hi, Stevie Lee McGrain again. So I was kidnapped the other day. There was a Penobscot County sheriff, or he alleged, he didn't have, on his pin, he didn't have a name on it. It was like ripped off. He had black plastic trash bags over his seat. He said that I had a warrant that I did not. He was intentionally antagonizing my PTSD and trying to say that I was on drugs. I was not on drugs. He said a hope that I had warrants or whatever, that I did not. Somebody had violated bail for an arrest that was not me. I have not been arrested in the state of Maine. I got arrested for like an unpaid fine payment, back in what would it be, 2008, 2009. Other than that, I've not been arrested in the state of Maine. A Hamden police officer brought me, a female Hamden police officer brought me to the jail, Penobscot County Jail in Bangor, Maine. She asked me about my health and what neurological disorder I had. I asked why that was relevant. They antagonized me the whole time. I told them, I already have charges against you guys, a lawsuit because they have handed out to my victims, me being the victim to my abusers, my child's, that they handed out my social and my confidential address on police reports to those people and to whoever, so that way they could then use my social and my identity to then kidnap my children and pretend to be me. Because of my HIPAA being released to Hernando County Sheriff's Department, back in 2016, a lot of my health conditions, federally protected HIPAA, was released and placed on an osmosis account. They also read off 2 different arrest numbers or whatever that night. I asked them to repeat them. They said no. There was 2 people on the police report from the original arrest. There was a redhead guy it said Cochran on him the other night at the jail. They're asking me a lot of questions that I didn't feel comfortable answering. I told them, if you make me change up or if you actually book me, that, it would be a complete lawsuit. I've been trying to settle with them, them to actually protect me and my family and stop hurting us. So therefore I was arrested because of what they did. My children have been kidnapped. They are very much involved. The jail was disgusting. Disgusting. The guy tried to make me sign a bunch of forms. They got really upset when I read these forms. They tried to make me sign a form and put me upstairs. I said I'm supposed to be bonded out immediately. I'm waiting on my bail or whatever. They made me be bonded out. It was $400 and something. They still wouldn't answer any of my questions or give me any paperwork about why I was being arrested. They gave me a paper they said, sign this paper and we'll get you some clothes. The guy said, we'll get you some clothes and get you some clothes and a blanket and I'll bring you upstairs so you can get changed up. And I read through the form and it said that if I had signed that paper that I consented for them to strip search me at any time. I said, no. They said, well, how come? We can strip. And I go, actually, no, you cannot strip search me and do that. First of all, because you're a male. Second of all, because I don't have a drug on my record, drug offense, and it was not a drug offense that I got arrested for. They forced me to speak to somebody who is through Northern Lights Acadia. Now, when I went to the Bangor PD last week and tried to make reports about my children and asked to speak to the officers that took my children from me at the hospital, I wanted them to put, a face to the name so they could either say, yes, this is her, or definitely no, why doesn't this person have a child? The officer that came out, I told them that I needed Jeffrey Silverstein and Patricia McKinley. They said no. Oh, and another fun fact, the 2 appointed attorneys technically would have been arrested for failure to appear because they were court appointed by Judge Steichen. It would have been Randy Day and Wayne Joan that needed to be arrested for failure to appear. Not myself. Yeah, I've been trying to evacuate trying to get somebody to listen to me, that we need to evacuate, and they just keep calling me crazy. Now, this is the point that I want to bring up, is that I'm pretty sure everybody left. All the corona funding goes to these hospitals, but see, they needed money to take off with, right? So what are they going to do? They're going to say it's for the COVID. They took $3 billion away from us, but then they also lied to Ukraine. They said they were sending 400 to them, but then they said we took it back, but then they said they sent it, but then they said they didn't know where it was. Well, it's going to get Ukraine pissed the fuck off at us, huh? Now, if I am so crazy, right? Like, I have lost my mind on drugs, right? When I got to Florida in the end of February, so there's no way that I could have been arrested up here in March to violate the bail conditions from March. My mother had just started getting messages, or just started getting posts on Facebook. Now, they were all from karaoke quarantine. Now, these karaoke quarantine videos were from a summertime. A lot of people were outside in the sun. Now, if this COVID, corona, and this quarantine really started in 2020 or in the fall, then why are there a whole bunch of videos from June last summer of 2019 on Facebook? So basically, I can't help anybody that's here. I was supposed to go yesterday to other places in the country to find out where's safe to evacuate everybody from the East Coast. And then I needed to go to Russia with a few people just to try to speak with them about what the hell is going on with the media and everything like that before the tower falls. The original Ion Towers, there is one in Lincoln, Maine. If that one falls, which it will, the plates are shifting everything. I'm sorry. I saw all the jets leave yesterday, all the Air Force planes, and they all headed west. So, everybody that is in Maine currently and still, don't blame me or the Penobscots. It's whoever's been pretending to be Stevie Lee McGrain or whoever else has been doing this that just left all of us for dead. Because the way that the plates are cracking, I don't think anywhere is safe east of the Mississippi at this point. Florida probably would have been and everything else, but they did cut down about 10,000 Granddaddy Oaks without permits, meaning they have no foundation under their sand. Baby girl, Chief First Nation.